Okay, from that little time lapse you should be able to see that the raid farm is actually working very well now, and the reason that it didn't before was entirely my fault. As the eagle-eyed amongst you may have spotted, during the building time-lapse of last episode, one of the villagers leapt down into his little pod before he was really meant to, hurt himself, and then I had to go and fix his location. And in fixing it, I broke it slightly and then I put a block in the wrong place. And that meant that when he was supposed to be moving the raid to another sort of away from where I was, positioned here, then he didn't, and that's what broke things. Now that that's been fixed, the raid continues. The raid farm works perfectly, and I've been running it for at least 20-30 minutes at a time now. The actual limiting factor now is my hunger, which can be fixed with a beacon, but I don't have enough wither skulls to do that yet, so I'll have to wait till later. In any case, running for like half an hour is almost enough for most of the things I want. Ironically, the only thing that's being tricky is the gunpowder, as that doesn't seem to come through in quite the same amounts. But anyway, as you might be able to tell from this shot, I've extended the collection area twice now, so it's 3 times as long and has 2 places for catching gunpowder, so and other things as well as heads and stuff. And now I've managed to get a fair bit, and we'll get back to how that's been used later. But for now, we need to discuss vexes. Somebody brought it up, I believe it was Susie, in the comments, that there aren't any vexes in this farm, and sometimes there are. So here's how you get them. So here's how you get vexes, basically. The driving factor in this farm is the armor stand you can see behind me. When you hit that, your sword with sweeping edge will cause another one that's just next to it in a cauldron to jump up and hit the string you can see, and that triggers the observer, which sends a signal up to move the farmers, to make them lose their farmerness and then regain it almost immediately, which moves the raid away from me down here and up. That's how the raids get stacked. Meanwhile, when you hit the armor stand, sweeping edge also causes the raid mobs, which will have fallen down onto this platform above us, to get hurt. You may be hearing some noises, I'll come to those later. Now, what happened for me was, I only had one armor stand out here, and it broke, as you can see in this little sequence. I realised this and knew that stopped everything going. So I stepped out, and I remembered that I had got this during the thing, which is the Medal of Honour, which is a trophy for getting Veteran in the Village, or level 5 Hero of the Village, and being the first person on the server to get it. So I went back to get it, and then I dispensed another armour statue, and hit it, as if I was going to carry on using the farm. But the issue with that is, by that time, the witches in there had managed to heal any evokers, so they didn't die instantly, and were summoning the vexes, so I had to do a runner over that way to get away from them. So my fault, largely. Anyway, onto the noises you're hearing. I've added a captain saver to this, which is basically a boat on the edge here, backed up, held in place with crystal. And what happens is, one of the first pillagers to fall down here is likely to be a captain, so he gets caught in the boat, and then I can kill him to start the raid without having to go over to there and wait for one to spawn. It's worked like 5 out of 7 times so far, so I'm hoping it's... Well, I don't know, it's caught the captain every time but one, and then the one time I did kill it, I may have got down here too fast, and so the raids weren't shuffled correctly, and I lost the raids. But other than that, it's working fine. We can pop back home, and I can show you exactly how much stuff we've got out of it so far. So here's where I've been storing all of the stuff I'm getting from the raid farm. As you can see, the sign is perfectly correct. I feel like I don't really need any more, and may just set the raid farm to burn the rest at this point. Emeralds, doing quite well. I have been using a lot of those with something, well, let me show you. It's up here. I got a few villagers breeding and managed to fill out. There is literally every possible book at some price in here. Some of them are doubled up, for example, like Flame and Smite. And of course the binding ones came, Binding and Vanishing, I didn't really worry about. And he's got 3, which is a nice one. But other than that, everyone here is selling ultimately everything, so we can flesh anything out we want. I've also got a cleric, cartographer, and a weaponsmith, because I need swords for a few things. Started making a map, and now we need to use the gunpowder we get from the farm to blow the nether up. Alright, time to get down to the bottom of the nether. I'm here with some fire resistance potions, a spyglass in case a ghast pops by and I can want to get that advancement, and some gravel because we're going to try and make a way down from here, carefully down to through the bottom of this lava lake. So let's actually see how deep this goes. Okay, less than 64, 16, so that's not too bad. Now, be careful here. I don't want to fill out the rest of the sides, so we can dig down the middle. Okay, I think we're at the top there. Could be a slight problem on this side, isn't there? So, yeah. Well, I'll come back when I'm rather more suited to this. Okay, then I've built my tunnel. Now we just need to dig our way down. I'm going to slam a fire resistance potion just in case things go horribly wrong. Might as well put that on that thing as well. Okay, down here at the bottom of the world. Except it's not quite the bottom. And if we dig that out, are we going to see lava? Good question. Let's, well, that's, I think we need to go down deeper. Well, bum. What colour do we need here anyway? Okay, that's that. Okay, we made it down here. What level are we at? 21. I'm going to go a few lower. Really? Oh, now I also need to put my ladders so I can get back up out. So let's do that. Oh, and there we go. Found my first debris. 2 debris. 3 debris. This is a good find. Good start to things. any sort of blowing stuff up yet. So mining's gone pretty well. I managed to get 20 cinnamon rolls, which is enough to do a full set of armour, plus one item, if I remember my numbers correctly. I also popped off to get some gold from the mesa that happens to be near the raid farm, and a little friend popped up and decided to offer me a free trident, so I now have one of those. This is a channeling one, so hopefully I'll get to zap some creepers with it and get some heads that way. Also, I decided to try and get well, I was getting close to 500 advancement, so I thought I'd try and get this advancement for number 500, but I managed to spoon that up slightly and have already got 500 now. Here's how I got the last few. But we're going to try and do, well, not try, we're actually going to do this. I'm just going to smelt these things and then put this on this armour and put this armour on the stand, and you can come back for that. Alright, there we go, we've got 5 ingots now, and I also managed to get a few more. Actually, that was an entirely different one. And that's for getting all of the iron, copper and gold blocks. That's Mr. Bean, because they're all bean blocks, of course. So I got holy scrap and diamond, so I wouldn't have had this one for 500 anyway. But now we need to do it onto, I guess I need to put it on smoothie as well. So it goes like this, I believe. So we can got any wellies. The hat. My jorts. Okay, we've got another one there, and then update that one. Okay, now if I put these on, do I get one? No. So now I'll put them on the thing, and hopefully we'll get one. But I'm going to be wearing them until I have a replacement set, so no, that's wrong. This way. Nice. And somebody presumably has already got that one, because that's certainly one that gives you a trophy, I think. So, grab those back and wear them. And gather some other netherite later on. Another advancement you can get is a stack block of diamonds, and I've got in my hand 17, and I've got in here another 52, so this should give me an advancement. Whether or not anyone else has already got there, don't know. Somebody else has already got there. Oops, and can caps lock again. Right. That's a fair amount of diamonds though, that's nice. If ever there comes a need for them to buy things. Right then, let's wrap this episode up here. And I say up here when I am really up here. This is a long way up. So, first of all, we'll do the comment of the episode. So let's get over to episode 4. That's a great thumbnail, so atmospheric, and that's from Lord Gavitron. Now, yeah, that one worked out really well. It was like, I think it was raining, and the fog was coming in quite close, and the shaders, it worked out really well. So I do actually run, I do like the fog, actually. I think a lot of people don't, because they often remove it in like Optifine or what have you. But that's Beard's Village over there. These are my 3 peaks. I think he's planning to do something around there, but I think we're far enough away that won't be an issue. And yeah, I'm also running a mod called Bobby, which loads in chunks that are past the server's render distance, which is probably how we can see these things around here. There are other mods are available, I should say. There's like the BBC does. I think the other one is called Farsight. Does the similar thing. But yeah, so I'm going to end this one here. Thanks very much everybody for watching. I will see you again in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this one, and maybe like and subscribe and comment and stuff, because that's always nice to see. And I shall see you next time around. Bye for now. This episode, I have mostly been mining deep slate iron ore. And, well, a lot of it. There was a massive vein. It took me like 20 minutes to go through it all. But anyway, that's for a time, that's for next time. So, which way is out of here? This way, I think.